Good Lord, somebody needs to put Mother Nature in a fucking straitjacket.
It's like the landlords have gotten together and colluded to try to cheat and defraud the American people out of rent dollars.
What is going on?
I fucking hate this country. I cannot be the only fucking one who has considered himself a patriot their whole life and supported their country that fucking hates it here. I fucking hate it here. I'm about to lose my shit. I fucking hate this country. I cannot be the only fucking one who has considered himself a patriot their whole life and supported their country that fucking hates it here. I fucking hate it here. I'm about to lose my shit.
You know, our government doesn't like to do things that make sense, so if they're not suffering, they don't see the problem. The greed just literally makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't handle it.
All I know is the rent is too motherfucking high. Too motherfucking high.
Can we talk about how hard it is in this economy to actually get a house or anything like that?
Let me introduce myself. I represent the rent is too damn high party.
Let me ask you something. When did having a place to live become a luxury? People are working hard, paying bills, doing everything they're supposed to do, and they still can't catch up. If rent keeps rising like this, then what's next? Check this out.
So let me get this straight. We can't afford rent because rent prices are increasing so much to push us out to buy homes. But the interest rate is so high, you can't buy a home. And also, you're not going to get funded for a home because of your debt to income ratio. So then what? And then homelessness or houselessness is becoming criminalized. So then what? I don't understand. To be honest, I really like the idea of building a commune, aside from like the culty aspect of it, but essentially buying land, driving vans, building a tiny houses on it, and everyone shares.
Good Lord, somebody needs to put Mother Nature in a fucking straitjacket. All I did was load 6 bags of feed. And I swear to God, it's hotter out there than 2 polar bears fucking in a sauna. Jesus. 6 bags of feed. That's all. And I'm over here sweating like a whore in church on Judgment Day. What the hell? Yeah, it's gonna be a spicy hurricane season. Good Lord.
Let me introduce myself. I represent the rent is too damn high party. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week, or some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. This is politics as usual. Playing the silly game. It's not going to happen. The rent too damn high movement, the people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. They're being laid off right now as I speak. They can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? Gotta listen like me.
Okay.
Let's talk about the issue. People can't afford to pay their rent.
30 seconds for you, sir.
Rent is too damn high.
Thank you.
Man, yo, I just got a phone call from my rental company that I'm renting from, and man, I'm talking about how do you make a mistake like not posting somebody's payment? Like that shit is crazy to me. Like these people are really playing with people. Like all the money that it takes to pay rent. You mean to tell me y'all have a better system in receiving the money? Like, why am I receiving phone calls that actions will be taken if I don't cover my rent and there's a late fee added? It's like, man, and then they'll have somebody that don't have nothing to do with nothing. All they doing is passing the message. And it's like, I was ready to curse your motherfucking ass out.
I will never understand why the price of apartments go up the longer you stay at your apartment complex. Like, why isn't there like a rewards program or like loyalty points? Like why isn't there discounts for, ongoing members? Every other facet of life, insurance, like so any other subscriptions, like the longer you're with someone, the price should go down. Like, I don't get it. It might be another financial reason that I'm just not thinking of at the moment, but why am I getting punished for paying my rent? Like, my reward for paying my rent for a whole year was the price going up. Congratulations. Thank you for paying your rent for a whole year. We're going to increase it. There's no incentive for staying at your apartment for more than 2 years because it's going to go up. If it goes up that first year, that second year is going to go up even more. So there's really no incentive to stand at your apartment complex after like 2 years, if you ask me. I just don't get it, man. It's probably an answer I'm just not thinking of, but somebody let me know. Why is that? Which one of you can one of you relatives let me know? Is this just for apartments? Is it just or does it work with houses too? Somebody tell me something, man, before I go shoot.
So I made a video that's starting to trend viral about rent and what it's supposed to be based upon the salary that you make. And the first level was $833. And that's for someone who makes a $40,000 salary. And I'm going to tell you something. I ain't seen $833 rent in 20 years. So I don't understand what's happening with the rent prices, but I can tell you this. I'm glad to be in California, even though I might not need it. But a lot of people in California are going to be voting on a measure that will put certain caps, that will let your local government cap how much can be charged for rent and how much landlords can actually increase the rent over a certain period of time. Because I'm hearing stories from people who started out 3 years ago paying $1,500 and now they're paying almost $3,000. Now, how does rent go from $1,500 to $3,000, almost $2,900 in less than 3 years, especially when we came through a pandemic? It's like the landlords have gotten together and colluded to try to cheat and defraud the American people out of rent dollars. Because I do not understand how you're not making money on the same place that you haven't really been maintaining or revising or remodeling. You know, I look outside, nothing is changing, but you're going to charge me damn near double? Nah, that's not cool, man. 833 would be a blow.
Okay, y'all, what is going on with the rent market? I'm crying, I'm laughing, what is going on? At this point, these landlords are just taking advantage of people. Because there's no way a one bedroom, one bath in Southeast costs $1,200 a month to rent. And a house for rent on Melrose Avenue, $1,800 a month. What is going on? How we expect our young kids, young adults to finish high school, get out, and then be independent, be on their own? If as an adult, that shit is hard. What is happening? This is out of control and this is ridiculous. Dang. Why? Southeast?
Well, let's start this rant off right. I fucking hate this country. I cannot be the only fucking one who has considered himself a patriot their whole life and supported their country that fucking hates it here. I fucking hate it here. I'm about to lose my shit. Only income for a family of 5. I fucking break my back, work 2 jobs when I have to, work side jobs. I make pretty good money as a carpenter for the union. Believe it or not, you know, over $100,000 a year where in the area where I live in, and it doesn't mean shit. Can't buy a house because I can't afford a $4,000 a month mortgage payment. What makes this the greatest country? Because I'm about to fucking flip out. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. I got nothing to look forward to but paying bills and fucking dying. Meanwhile, these Somali fucks can fucking rip off the country, get free housing, free fucking food, this and that. And I'm over here breaking my back to fucking even have Christmas or do anything. And this is the greatest country in the world. It's fucking not. I can't do it anymore. I cannot be the only one who's literally about to fucking just go buck wild crazy and do some fucking drastic ass shit and just say fuck it all and go get my 3 hots in a cot or fucking wind up 6 feet under. Who gives a fuck anymore, right? Because I got nothing to look forward to. Kids will figure it out or the government can take them and fucking raise them for me, right?
When you're applying to rent a place, why do you have to make 3 times the amount of rent in a month in order to qualify when the pay that you make is not in your hands? Why are you responsible for that? Shouldn't it be the landlords who are responsible for making sure that the cost of their homes or apartments does not increase the average wage in that city, town, or state? I'm sure someone has already thought about this, but I've never thought about it before, and I just did. And it seems like the easiest solution. But, our government doesn't like to do things that make sense. So if they're not suffering, they don't see the problem. The greed just literally makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't handle it.
There's somebody on here talking about $1,700 rent ain't that bad. You shitting me? $1,700 for an apartment? Damn, 1,700, that shit horrible. Shit.
Guys, so I just saw a house in West Seneca for rent for $2,450 per month. Minimum wage in New York State is $16 an hour. That means that you would have to work like 153 hours just to make rent. And that 153 hours, that's not including what you would have to work in order to pay for your groceries, for your insurance, for all of your extras and your bills. I'm just thinking what the hell? How is an individual that works minimum wage, how are they supposed to be able to afford to live? It's crazy to me that we are at the point where you have to have a full-time job just to pay rent. And I don't want to hear any of this nonsense where people say that they should just get a better job or they should get a better education. I really believe that every single worker in our society plays a very important role. And I also think that it's very important that we all realize that some of us are 1 to 2 paychecks away from losing it all. So none of us are, way better off than anybody else. So I guess what I'm saying is that not only is this unsustainable for most people in Western New York, but also, what the hell? The rents are too damn high.
All I know is the rent is too motherfucking high. Too motherfucking high. Like, I don't know, we blame Trump. I don't know if we blame the Eagles. I don't know who the fuck to blame. I blame all the shit. But I know one goddamn thing. Rent should not goddamn be that damn high. I don't give a fuck. Especially for them itty bitty ass damn apartments. Like, bitch, how you supposed to be living in a suburb, upscale, motherfucking neighborhood, an apartment, 1 or 2 bedroom, the size of a goddamn shoebox. But if you go to the hood, 1 bedroom, big as shit. Deck out, big ass kitchen. That's why some folks don't goddamn want to leave the hood. Because, bitch, why the fuck I'm finna pay $1,000 damn or more just to stay in the shoebox? Bitch, it ain't that deep. It ain't deep, and you really just paying for the scenery. And then I be one to ask this, who the fuck? You gotta make damn near 3 and 4 times the motherfucking rent. Bitch, do you make that much? Is this your only job? Do you make that much? Bitch, you work here. Do y'all even still get goddamn free living? Because some leasing agents, they can live for free. Is that still even a thing? Because I want to know. Where the fuck do y'all work for y'all to make motherfucking 3 and 4 times the goddamn rent? That's not including food. Some motherfuckers got churn. Dogs and churn. It's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of fucking money.
Can we talk about how hard it is in this economy to actually get a house or anything like that? Because right now I'm renting a 2-bedroom apartment for about $1,800 a month, which is always paid upfront, on time, and everything. We need a bigger space, so we're looking for a 3-bedroom house minimum because we have 3 adults and a child and 2 dogs. But when I go to get a pre-approval for a mortgage, they tell me, oh no, we can't because you can't afford it. Every single house that is for rent in my area that is 3 bedrooms is minimum $2,600 a month, which I can't afford. So why are you telling me that I can't afford a fucking mortgage?
Truth is, most people don't be getting approved for these apartments because the complexes make money off the application fees. They got the rent has the trees, and they don't plan on lowering it because they know they make money off the application fees. They rather leave the unit vacant because nobody can afford to live in it instead of lowering the prices. Why? Because they make money off the application fees. People are always going to continue to apply to these units. They're going to sell you a dream to make you believe, oh, you got a chance. Well, if you make 3 times the rent, oh, yeah, you might be able to, oh, yeah. You could get a cosigner, a guarantor. They're selling you a dream. So in our minds, we're thinking, why would they not lower the rent so somebody can rent out the unit and they can get consistent money when we pay our rent every month? That's not how they think. You know how many people, and matter of fact, if you knew how many people were applying to apartments daily because people need somewhere to stay, because not everybody is ready to buy a house, can buy a house, has a down payment to buy a house. You've ever applied to apartments, you know that an application fee can even run you up high as $75. Once I spent $75, I done basically spent $100. In my world, I spent $100. So if I'm applying to 2 apartments, it's $200+ on just the application fee. Just the application fee. That is just to find out if I'm approved or denied.
So I did get an email the other day that my rent is going up from $1,900 to $2,125, which is a $225 increase. I've had family stuff going on. I've had other things that I've had planned that I've been looking forward to. There's just a lot going on. And then this came. And all the people in my life are like, take one step at a time. Make sure that you're not worrying about it right now. It's easier said than done. It's like looming over my head. It's like hanging over my head. I'm in a studio apartment that does not have a dishwasher, does not have in-unit laundry, does not have air conditioning. Heat included, water included, appliances not updated, $200 for parking. So it's a lot. So the thing that actually calmed me down today was being like, okay, let's just send an email about, hey, is this something that is flexible? Is this something that we can talk about? Or is this a set price right now? And doing the things that are in my control, such as, again, sending an email. And then waiting and seeing what happens. I would like to stay for another year, even though it sounds crazy. But I do plan on moving in with my girlfriend in 2027, in fall of 2027. So not this lease, but the next lease. So for me, last night it was, okay, which I should have been asleep, but I was worrying about this. It was, okay, do I move and then pay first and last month's rent and a broker's fee and all these things and do all the living expenses and the whole thing when I've just financially got settled after moving here 3 years ago? Spend all that money moving for me to then have to do the whole thing again with financially moving the next year? Or do I just stay and like eat the money even though it's not worth over $2,100 to live here? Or hoping that I get some sort of lower price, like if I negotiate. Considering I have been a good tenant, I pay on time, yada, yada, yada. So yeah, in my mind right now, it's between those two things. I move and like pay a bunch of money to move, or I'm moving, again in a year, or I stay for the extra year. And it's like, even if I did move, I would be moving to another studio probably because that's what I can afford. I can't afford a $2,500 one bedroom, and that's minimum. I would be paying the same price, and then I would still be not financially able to like save more and like get the money back that I paid. Like I would eventually obviously get that last month's rent back, but like that's going to be a year from now. It's going to feel like a lot financially to do that. So that's, if you're following along, where I'm at now with the rent stuff. And honestly, I feel calmer about it. It's going to be what it's going to be. I don't know. But yeah, wish me luck.
This is ridiculous, America. People shouldn't have to choose between paying their rent, buying groceries, or keeping the lights on. Drop your comments below and make sure you hit that subscribe button. And let's have a real conversation about what's really going on. Happy every day.